Good morning. It's Thursday the 20th of February 2020. Good morning and welcome to this morning's United Kingdom talk. I did miss you yesterday, boys and girls. So much to do yesterday. Which I'll tell you about as we go through the show this morning. All right, it's warmed up a bit outside. I must say, I poked my little nose out. I say little. I poked my little nose outside the door this morning. And it's not too bad at all out there. Actually warmed up a bit yesterday while I was sort of walking around. Although there's more rain to come. Once again, I was looking at the news this morning. And, badly dressed people on the news programmes this morning. One very badly dressed person. And then it kind of went up. As I swapped channels and then swapped back again, the quality of the dress on the television this morning got better and better, but I'll come to that in a moment. Yeah, I saw entire fields just covered, and one farmer was chatting away about he's lost his winter wheat, I think he said. I didn't know you could grow wheat in the winter. Must be a different variety, I would imagine. But of course it's all waterlogged and it's all dead. So, I mean, I don't know how much money farmers make, but he would have lost a significant amount of money, I suppose. They've got insurance, this, that and the other. But all the papers are saying residents across the country already struggling with the aftermath of Storm Dennis have been told to expect further torrential downpours over the next 24 hours. Although the latest storm may have gone further, agony is in store for beleaguered communities across flood-hit Britain. And we do seem to get this every year now, don't we? We do seem to get this every year. My garden out there, when I walk across the garden to the bin out the front there, that's just, it's like a sponge. No, it squelches. There's so much water in the ground there that there's nowhere for it to go. I remember when I came back from the caravan for the last time for a couple of months at the end of January. You know, even then, as I was driving through the fields, there were great vast puddles of water in the middle of the field because there's nowhere for it to go. It's full up. The water's all full up, but it just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? All this rain. I hope you're not too flooded where you are. One of our friends, I don't know if he's with us today. His name's gone right from my head. The lad in Dave Moses. He's in Hebden Bridge, which you've seen on the television, with the water flowing underneath the bridge. It's absolutely dreadful. Anyway, I hope it's not too wet where you are. Let's say hello to some of you this morning. Good morning to one man and his Sprinter van. He's there nice and early. Good morning to you. We're a little bit early before 9:30. Doesn't matter, does it? One man and his Sprinter van. Good morning to you. Hello to Sean Pye, Mike Rees-Ponto, Michael Lawrence. Good morning. Mandy Davenport's there. Morning, lovely Mandy. John Aitken in the house. There's Mr. Ray Reynolds. Good morning, Ray. Fran Green, good morning to you. John's got his tea and a biscuit, done the puzzle page and ready to watch. Or has it got down to that now, John? Puzzle pages. Oh, my God, blimey, you have got old dear. Isn't it funny? John, we've aged together, haven't we? You know, when you think about it, when I used to be out and I'd see you out or working, I can't remember if you worked in the same places as me. Did you work in Harpo's with me? Or were you just a customer? I can't remember now. But we kind of got old. There's a few people here that we've kind of aged together quite well, if you don't mind me saying so. Well, I have anyway, you know. I mean, I've seen some pictures of you, John. Colin K, good morning to Colin. John, did you enjoy watching Barry earlier? I certainly did, thank you very much. That's why we're late. I was watching Barry on the telly this morning. Barry Manilow was on the telly this morning. Mick Davenport was in his element this morning, probably drooling over the telly as one of Barry's faces came on. It was absolutely marvellous to see it. He's wonderful, Barry. Hello to Luke Trott. Good morning, young Luke. Morning to Luke. Who else have we got here? Paul and Lou in the house. Good morning, Paul and Lou. Is that everyone there? Yeah, it's everyone. Everyone's in the house. A very good morning to you, all of you. It's lovely to see you there. Trevor's just given Mick his pain and suffering. Yeah, I mean, badly dressed people this morning. Well, one. This was the girl reading the London ITV news. Here, look, I mean, you'll see what I mean by a badly dressed person. Look. I'm sorry, is that how you want to be dressed when you come on and read the London? It's just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I cannot believe the quality of what she was wearing. It's just awful. And I sat there, open mouth. Look at me. Look, now, I know sometimes one collar drops below the other one. That's because they're a bit... I think I need one of those. My mate's other half... Oh, just a moment. Okay, yeah, that's all right. I was just gonna meet up with my mate this morning, but he's got to stay in. Yeah, I mean, sometimes one of my collars is up further than the other one. My mate's other half, he's got these board things that he puts in and it keeps it stiffen up. And I keep meaning to order a couple of those. I don't think they're particularly expensive, just a few pounds. But honestly, I mean, here I am. Let's be honest. Here I am, bloke on his own, sitting in a spare bedroom with a few bits of cloth up. And I can look like this in the morning. She works for ITV. Could have been a he, could have been a she, doesn't matter. This person, let's call person is sitting there in front of cameras, in front of the whole of London on ITV with all their money, and they put her on with that. I think it's horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I mean, I put a post up on my Facebook this morning, which someone commented after that. They put, do you think it's right to post that in light of certain news events? And I thought, what the hell are you talking about? So I just deleted it. I just delete stupid comments now on my Facebook. My opinion is, my Facebook, my wall. Do you know what I mean? When you put like a post up there and you never hear from people unless they don't like it, then they're very quick to post. So I don't have any of that anymore. I just remove them. Can't be bothered with that anymore. And you should do the same. If it's your Facebook wall and you put a comment, whatever it's like, maybe you're a hard left political person. You put a post up there, I don't like it. I won't comment. I'll just scroll past it. No need to comment. Your wall. None of my business what you put on your wall. And I've kind of taken that attitude now as well, I'm afraid. I can't be bothered with comments that I don't understand half the time Anyway, so that was the badly dressed one. Although my friend Andrew Healy, I noticed Andrew, he's a lovely chap. He's the country's longest heart and lung transplant survivor. Andrew, I have to tell you, I went to primary school with him. He's probably, I'm just trying to think actually, he's probably the friend that I've known the longest. He's probably the friend I've known the longest, Andrew Healy. And as I say, I was at primary school with him, Sacred Heart School in Roehampton. And him and we used to serve on the altar at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Roehampton, where I'm going back now and I'm playing the organ twice a month there. Well, he's never stopped. And he still serves on the altar at St. Joseph at the same mass where I've started playing the organ again. And he's just fantastic. And he put a little comment on there. Says, I think she looks nice or something like that. Well, I'm not surprised. Anything with two legs and he's after it, dear. Shocking. From an altar server as well. I'm surprised at your comments, Andrew. And he's not had a fantastic life. He lost his brother to the lung thing, not multiple sclerosis. I think it was cystic fibrosis, which of course he had. I think he had it as well, which is why he had the lung and heart transplant. And he's got a lovely mum, Peggy, who's still around, and she was a great friend to my mum as well. And he's never stopped serving. I don't think he's ever stopped serving in the church. Wonderful, really. Wonderful how he carries on. He's the same age as me, 57. And I suppose similar to me, he's never found another half. He's never found a woman. Well, I mean, I found a woman, but it didn't quite work out for me. Strange, that. It's very strange. Strange and mysterious. Hang on a minute. Where's my echo? Oh, there it is. Wrong button. Strange and... Hello? Is my echo working today? Is my echo not working? Hello? Why isn't my echo working? Oh, hang on. Strange and mysterious. We can't have something not work. I can't bear it. Something not working. Oh, no. If I go out to a club or something like that, it's like in Central Station where I do the DJing, we got a mirror ball that doesn't turn. 2 years I've been reporting that. Do you know how much a mirror ball motor is? About 20 quid. That's all. But it's finding someone to stick it up, black it on the wall and screw it in so it don't fall down on people's heads. Although I've got to admit, sometimes I hear some of those people singing at karaoke and you want a mirror ball to fall on their heads. Happened to Boy George, didn't it? Years ago, yes. It almost happened to him. He was walking across the stage, walked under this mirror ball a little bit further, and it simply fell off. I think someone was trying to knock him off, dear. So I wish someone would try and knock me off, to be honest. Anyway, that's Andrew Healy, who serves on the altar, and he put a little comment like I think she knocks lives. Surprise, surprise, Andy. She's a woman and she's got 2 legs. Honestly, what's wrong with you, dear? Get back on that altar and into confession immediately. Outrageous. Anyway, that was the badly dressed one. Let's just come to some of your messages again. No flooding. Morning to Matthew Van. A very good morning to Matthew Van, joining us this morning there. No flooding where Fran is. They're on a hill, fortunately. Yeah. Where I am at the moment here in Bracknell, in Royal Berkshire, no river near me at all. There's no water near us at all. I've got to admit, I've been toying with this idea of moving to Lincolnshire, and that's it. There was a house came up. And it is right next to the River Witham. And it's not dear. It's £135,000. I mean, it is dear if you don't own a house. But the comparison of houses down in Berkshire and Lincolnshire, huge difference. Sell this, move up there, and have a load of cash in the bank. I could do it. If I wanted to, I'd just click my fingers and do it. Right? 135 grand this house is. It's a bungalow, reasonable garden, and it backs onto a field. That's at the back. At the front, it's got a little hill to go up. Like, when I say a little hill, I don't mean a very long one, just a short hill. So your house is there, and then you go up the hill and there's the road, which is not a particularly busy road. It's probably a C road, I would imagine. Certainly not an A road, or maybe a B road. I don't know. What's a C road? Well, maybe a B road. So this road goes, and that's your road in and out, okay? On the other side of the road, it goes down, and there's the river, literally there, right? Now, I have seen that river here. I have seen that river here. And I'm thinking, I don't know about that. Sylvie, who is queen of all caravans everywhere, who owns, with her husband, the Chapel Hill Marina, where our Lincolnshire television studio complex is situated. She tells me that river hasn't flooded for 75 years. But while I was there in December and January, I saw it come close to it a few times. In fact, let's have a little quick look. Wonder what it's like today. River Witham levels. You can look all this stuff up. It's very clever. There it is. A little meter comes up with a little like green, yellow, and red river level information. There it is on gov.uk. Flooding is possible. Be prepared, it says here. And at the moment, it's okay. At the moment, it's been measured at 1.91 metres. Actually, that's not too bad. That's kind of that's above. I can see it better on here. I can show you on here. Look, I've got a little app. 1 minute. No, it's not an app. It's just a website. Where is it now? And it gives you a little meter. Oh, it's falling at the moment. Oh, well, that's good news. And there we are. So now, can you... Yes, you can. So you see that little meter there? Yeah? So that's going down towards the green at the moment. I've seen it right round here. And I'm thinking, I don't know about that, if that came over, is it game over, isn't it? Game over. And I said to you the last couple of days, you see these people, and there was this couple on the other day, and they were both in their 90s, and all their possessions, everything, and the mud of the mess in the house. And they're over 90, bless them. I felt so sorry for them. So sorry for them. I kind of, it's lovely. The position of that bungalow was lovely. And it wasn't small. I think it must have been 2 or 3 bedrooms, either 2 large ones or 3, perhaps 1 large one and 2 slightly smaller ones. Living room, backing onto a field, river that side, beautiful in the summer. It's all right in the winter, you're warm in the bungalow. But what if the river... I bet you couldn't insure it. Right, it's literally next to the river. And that river would come out and it would just come over, wouldn't it? Awful. Unless it floods the other side. You know, I don't know how they make rivers. Do they do it so that it goes over one side rather than the other? Because that's what would happen, isn't it? You know, if you had that side higher than that side, it would go over that way. I don't know how it works. Anyway, that's the flooding. Glad there's no flooding where Fran is. John worked in Harpo's, going out with the manager, the doorman, and the DJ at the same time. Oh, don't, John. Don't. I was like that in the Black Cat. Don't. I don't. Actually, I'd be chatting up 3 people at the same time, and at the end of the night, I couldn't decide. So I used to leave out the back door. Don't tell anyone that. That's our little secret. Our little secret. I did. I used to be chatting up as you know what it's like as a young, decent looking DJ. Yeah, I would be chatting up 3 people. And every now and again, another one would come. Oh, I can't talk to you now because I could see the other one. And then the other one would come. And I'd have to leave out the back door. That happened several times. Dreadful I was. That's why I'm on my own. You see? Mucking around too much in my youth. Youth's a season made for joy. Love is not the reason. Do you know that song? That was taught to us by Mrs. Thomas. Mrs. Thomas, our first year music teacher at the London Oratory School. We only had her for 1 year. I think she was Austrian. Wonderful woman. She was so musical. So musical. Paul and Lewis still flooded on the 7. No sign of Boris yet. Well, what do you want him to do? Come along with a couple of buckets, dear. He's very busy, dear. Sorting out the Brexit, dear. He's very, very busy. You can send that new Chancellor of the Exchequer who appears to be in love with Boris Johnson. Have you seen the way he looks at him? It's like that. It's like, why don't... It's either that or he can't believe he got the job. One of the two. Good morning to Michael Pullman. Hello to you. Orange is no one's colour. It makes you look like a walking what's-it, says Mandy. Yes, I don't think I'll be having a bite of her, to be honest. Shall we have a look at her? If you just joined the show, we were talking about badly dressed people on the telly this morning. There she is. Don't know what her name is. She's decent enough. She looks all right. Nice hair and all that. But God's sake, look at the clothes. Look at it. It's not even ironed. Awful. Awful. All that money ITV have got, and they put her in that. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. Mick's very sore. Michael, Mandy's just took off my heart pads. Oh, he's got a heart machine on today. He's got blisters. What, blisters? Under the heart pads? Oh, you shouldn't have those, my darling. Shouldn't have blisters under there. Well, that's nasty. Gosh. Wow. Shirt collarbones. Is that what they're called? Oh, I'll write that down. One moment. Shirt collarbones. Oh, I don't want to use it. I've got one super chat pen left if anyone wants that. It's £2. Anyone want that? Last super chat pen. Okay. Shirt. What'd you say? Shirt collarbones. Shirt. It's not actually made out of real dead people's bones, is it? I don't want any of that, dear. I don't want to walk around with anyone else's bones in. Mind you, my mate's walking around with someone else's heart and lungs. Can't complain, I suppose. Keeping him alive, isn't it? Good morning to Rachel. A very good morning to the delightful Rachel. Nice to see you there, my love. Mick's going back to hospital to take his monitor back. Well, good luck with that, Mick. Hope that all turns out right. Presumably they download it onto some sort of mega computer or something like that, do they? Good morning to LaBelle. I am today her emerald-eyed blueberry of magic. Good morning to the delightful LaBelle. Pleased to hear there's no flooding where Luke is this morning as well. Good, excellent. Adrian Richardson in the house. Good morning, Rachel. Michael had to turn off when Barry was on this morning. Barry Manilow, rude, dear. Rude. It'd probably turn you off if you was on the telly. Actually, Michael, it'd probably turn you off as well, my dear. That's it. I'm not laying across that pool table ever again for you. No more of that, thank you. You're in my bad books now, Michael. Bad boy. Bad boys stick together, never sad boys. Ba 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 ba. Woo woo. George Michael and Andrew Ridley as Wham. Claire, good morning, Claire. She's been down and checked the flooding in Leatherhead this morning. Nothing like what we had in 2015. Don't get a house next to a river. Too stressful. Oh, well, you would just be thinking about it all the time, wouldn't you, Claire, when I think about it? You'd absolutely be thinking about it all the time. You know, it's when it comes up. Is that going to flood tonight? And you go to bed. I bet you wouldn't be able to sleep the whole night. You'd be up worried, wondering if you have to get out quickly or be washed away down the river. Rolling along down the river, la da da da. That one, yes. Nasty. No, you're probably very right. Actually, you're probably very, very right there, Claire. I don't think it's a good idea, is it? Good morning, young Colin Coates. Good morning. Thank you for your message about Barry Manilow. I did see him this morning. There were a few risky moments in Harpo's, John says. Yeah, I was going out with... I was awful. John, I was awful. I was going out as the DJ. I was going out with one of the barmen once and chatting up someone else behind the... behind the stage, you know, with the toilets were behind the stage. I was chatting up someone there while I was going out with the barman who was just working on the other side. Oh, it was horrendous. Are you proud? Am I proud of that? No, I don't know what that is about being a younger person. There you go. Good morning to Mark Bowles. Morning, young Mark. Welcome to our little show there. Morning to John Parrish. Sherry is asking about the raffle. Oh, we do raffle tickets later. Yes, we give out raffle tickets later. And the raffle is, of course, on Monday morning, okay? Raffle is on Monday mornings. We give out raffle tickets on every show for the raffle, okay? That's usually towards the end of the show, I'll say. Anyone want a raffle ticket? And then you just ask, and it's as simple as that. All right, my love. Wham were his favourite group in the 80s. Good. Come and live in Bristol, Chris. You must be joking. Are you for real? I ain't coming to live in Bristol. People fire plastic bullets at you there, as you well know. Fortunately, Mandy was there to catch them in her teeth and spit them back out at the criminal. Mandy is Wonder Woman as well as Rachel. We love Wonder Woman. Morning to RV Media. Good morning, Russ. Morning to Russ this morning. And Heidi is in the house as well. A very good morning to Heidi. Now, talking of badly dressed people on the telly this morning, you've seen her as well. There she is. That's the ITV London girl swapping across the BBC News. Look, that, my dear, is how you dress in the morning. That's how you dress. Not like this. Like this. Can you see the difference, ITV? I should tweet them, really. What the hell is that about? Dreadful. You can see the difference, I take it, can you? There they are. There they are, the two girls on BBC News. I think that was the business news. But a massive difference, right? But then I thought, and as I thought, things can't get much better, going from bad to very good, I flicked across once again and I came across the best dressed one of all of them. There he is! Barry Manilow! I write the songs that make the whole world sing. Ba ba ba! I write the songs of love and special thing. Living legends. Barry Manilow is on the telly this morning talking from his Palm Springs home. That's how you dress in the morning, dear. Thank you. Can we please not have any more bad dressing? It would hurt my eyes looking at that orange thing. God, so if I wanted to look at orange, I'd get on an EasyJet plane, wouldn't I? Awful. Awful. There we are. So that's the people on the telly this morning. And Barry Manilow was chatting away. And I'm not too sure if I like the two people who were on ITV Breakfast this morning. Separately, yes. But together, the chemistry wasn't there together. There's some bloke from, I think he's from Birmingham, the bloke who was there this morning on ITV Breakfast. This would have been about 8:30 when Barry was on interviewing. And the woman there as well. And on their own, okay, but I didn't feel the I didn't feel the chemistry was there between them both. But it's just my opinion of that. You might not do that. Heidi, why do you send messages on both formats? You send them on text and the chat, but can you do one or the other, dear? It's very confusing. John, do you remember me seeing as he used to go to Harpo's? Yes, I'm sure he does, Heidi. You have to talk to him on there, all right, darling? You have to talk to him on there. So that was it. And Barry was talking about his upcoming concerts, where he's coming to the UK. It's just a short run of concerts this time. And he had his new disc out, which is Night Songs, I think, which is very popular with the Barry Manilow mega fans. I'm not too keen on them myself because it's just him and the piano. I like the big orchestra, you know. I'm not too keen on, and it's not just him, singer and one piano. Not too keen on just a singer and a piano. I like to hear the whole orchestra playing behind as well. So if it's the same as his original Night Songs 1, it will be similar, and that won't be fun. That's not to say it's not good, because it is. It's just not for me, you know? And I was talking about that. And then they were saying, has he had any embarrassing moments on stage? And there was one time where he brought someone up onto the stage, presumably to sing with him. And she was singing away, and she was so excited she weed on the stage. She weed on the stage. How awful is that? I don't think I've ever weed on a stage. I nearly weed on the way to the hospital yesterday, but that's another thing. That's another thing, which I'll tell you about as we go throughout the course of today's show. John's got greatest hits of Barry on vinyl, and there's a signature on it. Don't know if it's authentic. Oh, I wouldn't have thought so. Is there a phone-in show tonight? Hopefully, Rachel, there should be a phone-in show tonight. Yes. Yes, looking forward to a phone-in show tonight. Okay. Mick says he looks like death warmed up. Have you looked in the mirror, Mick? I've seen pictures of you, my darling, and he looks a lot more alive than you. God's sake. Hit him, Mandy. Hit him. Hit him, dear. Hit him. All right. So who's putting me on mute when I'm singing my lovely songs? Thank you very much. Rude. Yeah, that's right, John. He's up in Newcastle. Yes, Birmingham, Newcastle, Glasgow, London, Cardiff. I haven't got the tickets yet. I would have thought I'd had the tickets by now, but I haven't bought my pills up. Damn, I haven't bought my pills up. Oh God. I'll have to play a bit of music when I go down and get them in a minute. Let me see. Let me just get me my music ready. I'll pop down and get me pills. I've usually got them up here with me. There we are. Right, get that ready there. Yes, I'll be going to the Cardiff one, although I haven't got the tickets yet, but I've got the receipt, so they presumably come at another time, I would imagine. Tuesday night, I managed to get down and go and see a gang show. I'm really pleased. I was in a gang show years ago, 40-odd years ago. It's like a scout and guide thing, and we all get together and put on a show for basically parents and anyone else that wants to come along. And was it yesterday? Not yesterday. Was it yesterday morning? No, the morning before. So Tuesday morning, before I come up to do the show, I was looking around and there was one in Basingstoke, and I thought, oh, it's a bit of a drive. It's not far, 45 minutes in the car, that's all. And there's one in Kingston as well, which is the Southwest Gang Show. So you've got the Basingstoke Gang Show. There's all different areas, you see. The Southwest Gang Show. And I thought, And funnily enough, the Kingston one was about an hour's drive for whatever reasons, probably because there's more traffic around at that time. And I thought, I wonder when the Bracknell one's on, the South East Berkshire Gang Show. And I looked it up, and blow me down, it was on that night. So after the show on Tuesday, I went along to South Hill Park and managed to get myself a ticket. I wasn't sure about the ticket. She said, I've got nothing at all in the middle. I've never been in this theatre before. Nothing at all in the middle. But we've got row P on the side. I said, is that good for you? She said, it's very good for you. I said, go on then, give us one of those. Because they were kind of seats, seemed to be seats on their own. So that's what I did. And come back here, had some lunch, had a little bit of sleep, got up and walked over to the theatre. That's the beauty, you see. You can actually walk. I can walk to the South Hill Park Theatre from here. 10 minutes. Wonderful. I've got to get a car out. Just imagine that. So went into the theatre and a lot of people hanging around in the, what's that area with the foyer. foyer. I thought, oh, why aren't they going in? And I said, there's a scout leader. There's a scout leader standing there. I said, are your doors not opening yet? He said, oh, there's a little bit of a technical issue. It won't be too long. Oh, okay then. Oh, you often hear that, don't you, in theatres? Technical issue. Anyway, eventually the doors opened, and I couldn't work out because it said numbers along the side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I was P8. I couldn't see the word letter P anywhere, so I got someone else. Excuse me, where's P? Oh, I don't know. He said, I'm looking. And looking at the stalls, and it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, O. M, I think it went M, N, and it just stopped. I thought, well, this has got to be P, surely. Anyway, so the bloke's come back, another scout leader. He said, I think it's on the other side. Oh, right, okay, then, thanks very much. So I walked around the other side, right? 15, 16, 17, 18. Well, I thought, I'm 8. It's not this side. It's got to be the other side. So I went back round to the other side and sat in my seat number P8. Damn good view of the stage, I have to say. Really, really good view of the stage. And it was great, actually. Don't expect a West End musical. This is an amateur children's show. Okay, for scouts and guides of all ages, from little ones like this, and they're that high, aren't they? They're that high on the stage, although they're the normal height when they're on the stage. Little kids that sometimes have trouble remembering their words. The sound, I don't know whether they just didn't know the words as a car. There was a lot of times where I had trouble hearing them singing. Now, I don't know if the microphones weren't loud enough. I was told half time that the technical issue they experienced was the sound desk went wrong. Literally, that night. And they had to wait for another one to come in, so they put all that back together and then put the show on. So it might have been an issue with the microphones not being turned up enough. Plus, of course, amateur singers, they don't sing very loud. It's a bit like DJ Chris. When he comes and sings at the karaoke, he has a very quiet voice. Not as quiet as Alexander's, the old chap who sings. Alexander with the glasses. And you do have trouble turning it up loud enough for people to be able to hear. I must admit, I did check back on the karaoke stream that we had Monday, and I noted that the voices were not very clear on the karaoke screen. Now, I know I was there Monday and it sounded fine in the club. So I'm not always sure that you can hear exactly the same as we can in the club. Remember, the priority is the people in the club. They are the ones paying the money to come and either sing or see people sing. So that is always my priority, the people in the pub. The little camera on the side is secondary. So it's just how it is, just how it is, right? You have to think of the people in the club first. It did sound to me like some of the people did sound, quite a lot of the people actually sounded a little bit quiet, including myself, when I was singing my signature tune, Stay by Barry Manilow. And if you want a verse or two of that today, please feel free to ask, boys and girls. I'm very happy to sing that for you. But it did sound a little bit quiet on the playback. It sounded fine in the club on Monday. I didn't have anyone complain. Oh, the microphone's not loud. I didn't have any of that. But when I listened back on the recording, the microphones did sound a little bit quiet. I must admit that. And it was similar at the gang show. I couldn't hear the people singing a lot of the time. That being said, you take it for what it is. It's an amateur children's show, which they've done as best as they can, and you damn well sit there and you appreciate it and you do not criticise. End of. That's it. So how can you criticise a load of children on the stage? There would be people there doing that. You know that, don't you? I would not do that. So we had the end of the first act, and it was like taking a step back in time. It's not the same as when I was doing it. No, there's a lot of modern songs in there, pop songs, that sort of thing, which we never did when I was in the gang show. That being said, there was a good nod or two to the old school as well, where some of the older songs that we used to sing, because all the songs used to be written by a bloke called Ralph Reeder. He wrote all the music and the songs. Well, they've used some of his material in there, which I think was very good. We had an interval, and I recognised someone from the church actually in there. And I said, "Oh, you're from the church?" She said, "Oh yeah, I'm assistant producer here now." And I thought, "Oh, that's good." So I had a chat with him, and I bought myself a little ice cream. £3. That's fair enough for a little ice cream. £3 for an ice cream. Sat there eating that in at the side of the venue. Then went back to my seat and had the second half. The funniest number in it was a number where they do the 12 days of camping, which is like the 12 days of Christmas, but scout camp. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. I think there were 4 of them, and they kind of did 3 numbers each. So on the first day of Christmas, my true love sent on the first day of camping, my scout leader said to me, I can't remember what it was now. 1 muddy boot. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 cans of baked beans and 1 muddy boot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be one person. And then as it gets to 5, number 1 goes out, gets something, and moves into position 5. Yeah? So he will hold up 5 glass jars, 4, and then when we go 4, 3, 2, he runs round the back and does 1 again. Very, very funny. That was my favourite number in the show. Had us all howling. All howling. And it's wonderful to see so many kids get together and do something good. You know what I mean? It was too much to see them going around the street, mugging people, this, that and the other. Not on that stage. So go and see it if you get a chance. The South East London gang show. There's a South East Berkshire gang show. There's all sorts of gang shows going on at the moment because, of course, a lot of the schools are on half term. And these children will be up till very late. That's why they put it on there. So great. A lovely, lovely time at the gang show. Finished actually later than I thought it would finish. It finished about 9:45. And I walked home and I was back indoors at 10 o'clock. Did some dinner. And went back to bed. So that was Tuesday. Wonderful night. And then yesterday, the hospital trip, which I'll tell you about in a moment. Do you talk to each other there? Sean goes to the boot sale to buy Barry Manilow records for target practice with his air rifle. Oh, are you awful, Sean? Trevor Campbell, good morning to you. It was hurting my eyes looking at Barry Manilow. Well, I don't think he'd look at you, mate. Don't think he'd look at you with your false teeth glistening away like that, Trevor. It's outrageous. Mandy, I used to use my next door neighbour for target practice when I had an air rifle, and I'm joking, people. I don't think you are joking, Mandy. Oh, good morning to Dave O. Welcome to Dave O. Michael wants... Oh, come on, Michael. I know you love my singing. Adrian, when I'm in a club or bar, I use cameras as well to see what's going on. So you're telling me you're not giving me any priority, so I'm second rate. How very good. You're much further down than second rate, Adrian. You think you're second rate? I don't think. You're about 10th rate, mate. 10th rate. Did you see Whitney Houston hologram this morning? No, didn't see it, but I'd like to. I'd like to see the Whitney Houston hologram show. In fact, my new friend, Babs... she's the lady who hosts the BBC Berkshire show at night time. She was saying she wanted to go and see it as well. But it's in Leeds. It's only in Leeds. I don't believe that's travelling at all. So probably won't go and see that, unfortunately. Michael, that's not bad for £3 for an ice cream isn't bad. Is it £5? You see, I wouldn't pay £5 for an ice cream. I won't pay it. End of. I'd rather not have it. In fact, I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay £5 for an ice cream. No way. Neither would Rachel either. Okay, gang, can you just give me a couple of minutes? I've left my pills downstairs and I must go and take them on time, as the doctor said. So here's a little bit of music while I pop downstairs and have my pills. I hope that's all right for you. Thank you so much. now, boys and girls. Don't you dare say the music's better than my show. How rude are you? Don't you dare say that. I'm waiting for that. It is shimmy music. You like the shimmy music, don't you? Oh, the Whitney show's going all over the UK, is it? I understood it was just in Leeds. Well, maybe I will then. Maybe I will. Good. I don't want to just talk about myself, to be honest. Let's do a story here. What do you think of this? In the Daily Mirror this morning, mum praised for making daughter do community sentence in the rain as punishment. I like the idea of this. This is what we need. Pain and suffering. Mick is a great experiencer of pain and suffering regularly, put out by the lovely wife Mandy. Samantha was furious when she saw a picture of her 14-year-old daughter walking on tram tracks on Facebook promoting the innovative punishment. That's a good word, is it? Innovative. A mum who saw pictures of her daughter misbehaving on Facebook has been praised for punishing her daughter by making the teen pick up litter on the streets. Excellent. So, ow, you shouldn't make them do that. They're only children. You should sit them down and talk to them. Oh, come on, where's the Liberals? Where's the Liberal lefties? Come on, out you come. She was furious when she saw a picture of her 14-year-old walking along a set of tram tracks. So dangerous. I suppose she was playing Dare. You get the boys play that a lot more, don't you? Running. Did my mute button come on then? I just saw him. Why does my mute button keep coming on? Oh. That's very strange. Everything all right? My little yellow button just illuminated in front of me, indicating that the mute was on. I don't know why. Are you losing my I don't think you're losing my voice. Someone would have said something, wouldn't they? Anyway, let's carry on with this. She was waiting for the schoolgirl when she got... It's so dangerous. Did you... I didn't do that, but you see boys running across roads. I mean, fast roads. I mean, how stupid can you be? She was waiting for the schoolgirl when she got home and immediately dished out the novel punishment. Other parents have weighed in to voice their support for Samantha. I think it's an excellent idea. Samantha grounded her daughter, took away her mobile phone and explained the dangers of what she had done, said the Manchester Evening News. Creating her own version of community service, Samantha got her daughter to spend the afternoon picking up litter in the pouring rain. Sam says, unfortunately, we can't keep tabs on her children all the time. I saw a post on Facebook which showed my daughter and some of her friends walking along the tram tracks. I was so disappointed when I saw the post. I was really embarrassed by it. Samantha says when her daughter arrived home, she pulled her up about it and why it was so dangerous. I told her she'd put tram drivers and passengers at risk as well as herself. Well, you would do, wouldn't you, I suppose? Yeah, I mean, what if that tram had killed her? I don't know how it works. If a tram went over a body, would it then derail and then fall over? Well, maybe it would, I don't know. It's not even worth thinking about what could have happened. So there we are. She says, I've seen a lot of the Withenshaw Waste Warriors posting. I don't know what they are. Oh, probably people who pick up rubbish. And I thought it would be a good idea to get her litter picking for punishment. At least this way, she's giving back to the community. So there's a suitable punishment. And I think the mother's absolutely right, actually. You know, no point in just shouting at children because they don't take any notice. You have to do something as well. Regular punishment is the only way, boys and girls. As Mick knows. You know, as Mick well knows. Just can you imagine what Mick would be like if Mandy didn't hit him? Oh, God's sake. Be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Absolute nightmare. Let's scroll. Oh, sorry, Paul and Lou was enjoying the music. Do you want it again then, Paul and Lou? I'll play the whole thing for you if you want. 2 minutes long, dear. 2 minutes long. Royalty-free music. That's what... Well, it's not really royalty-free. I pay £10 a month to use that. And lots of other tracks. £10 a month, dear. Excellent service, actually. There's so much different music on there that I can choose for. Music is better than this show. How rude. Well, don't watch then. Turn it off. Turn it off if you don't like it. That's what I do when I don't like something on the telly. Any of those programmes, Big Brother, Love Island, X Factor, Britain's Got No Talent. Off it goes. Bye-bye. John, did you see Scylla? No, didn't see it. Didn't see Scylla last night. I remember the Scylla Black show. Oh, you'd remember it, John, on BBC One Saturday nights. Scylla. Do you remember the Scylla show? And she'd come down the stairs. It might have been in black and white actually. And there were the big letters C as she come down. Cilla, like in an angle. Do you remember that? And her signature tune was. She would start off let's see if you can remember. What did she start off the show with, John? Can you remember the theme tune to the Scylla show? Can you remember that, John? Let's see if he remembers, because I do. I remember that as well. Excellent, Rachel. We can hear you. I am losing my marbles, Davo. You know that, my love. You know I'm losing my marbles. Happened years ago. LaBelle, the mute button, someone's trying to tell you something. Is that what it is? It's stopped now. It's not flashing. It was flickering at me, the mute button, which is yellow, on my little desk in front of me here. I say little. It's quite large, actually, this one. A little bit too big for in here, to be honest. Fran, some people are teaching respect. Yes, that's how to do it. Give them a little job to do, I think. Absolutely, I think. Give them a little job or something like that. Huh? Anyway, that's that one. Now, what about a big breakfast in the morning? How many of you skip breakfast? Oh, I can't have breakfast. It makes me feel ill. And the amount of people that say that to me. What's all that about? Oh, it makes me feel sick having breakfast. How can breakfast make you feel sick? Or other people, oh no, I mustn't eat in the morning. I'm trying to lose weight. Worst thing you can do. Breakfast, most important meal of the day. While some of you have been in bed for like 25 hours at a time. I was very tired yesterday after my day. I'll tell you about that in a minute, though. In the Daily Mirror today, well, perhaps you should be eating a big breakfast. Here we go. Eating a big breakfast boosts metabolism by triggering a process known as diet-induced thermogenesis. Did you know that word? No, it's the answer to that. DIT. The generation of heat in the body. You walking around feeling cold? Didn't you have breakfast? That's why. You need central heating for kids like on the Ready Brick, with that orange glow around you. I think Donald Trump must eat a lot of... I think Donald Trump must eat a lot of Ready Brick because he's got this orange glow on him. Have you noticed that? How much hairspray does that man get through? Blimey! The hair doesn't move, does it? And he eats a lot of that fried food as well, doesn't he? Very, very bad for you. Very bad to constantly eat. It's all right now and again to have, fried chicken or burgers from a fast food restaurant or chips. That's okay, but not on every blooming meal. Wow. Dangerous. Maybe that's why he's orange. Perhaps he's having too much orange juice. OJ, they call it in America, don't they? OJ. Donald Trump and the hairspray. That could be a new comedy program, couldn't it? Donald Trump and the hairspray. Are you liking the sound of that? We're going to build a wall. Well, I haven't seen anything being built yet. What's he going to do, lay the bricks himself? In between eating buckets of KFC? God's sake. Mark never eats breakfast. That's very bad, Mark. You must have breakfast, dear. You must have breakfast. Well, a full English breakfast, according to the Daily Mirror this morning, could hold the key to shedding the pounds, according to new research. Those who have a big meal when they get up, such as a fry-up, burn 2.5 times as many calories, say scientists. It boosts metabolism by triggering a process known as DIT, diet-induced thermogenesis, the generation of heat in the body. Corresponding author said, our results show a meal eaten for breakfast, regardless of the amount of calories it contains, creates twice as high DIT as the same meal consumed for dinner. Now, I don't know about you. I have a very big lunch. I do. It tends to be Slimming World stuff, but I do have a very big lunch. It's piled up like that. What they're saying is that you need a bigger breakfast. Well, I'd never get on the air, would I? Or not on the air, on stream. I'd never get on stream. At 10:15, I'd still be having my breakfast now if I had one of those great big breakfasts. And Slimming World do a breakfast like that, Not boxed in whole. You know, you can eat if for example, a good Slimming World breakfast is okay, baked beans, lean sausages, either dead animal sausage or Linda McCartney ones, something like that. Corn sausages are very good. Corn sausages are fantastic. There's no fat in them, none. Put corn, so go and get yourself some corn. Just if just try it once. Try it once. Go and get yourself some corn sausages. Put them under the grill or in your George Foreman thing or something like that. Not fry in oil. You're making the big mistake there. That's not the point. Put them under the grill, right? I guarantee you, not a single drip of fat will come out of those. Why? There's none in there, and they're lovely. They're lovely. Or you can put them in the oven on like a dish, a metal dish or something like that. So that, baked beans, egg, not in oil, no frying oil. A little bit of that spray stuff is all right. No oil. Mushrooms, chopped up tomatoes. You can have all that for breakfast in the morning. That is a Slimming World meal. No sins in that. You're allowed 15 sins a day. In that breakfast I just mentioned to you, there are 0 sins. And this article in the Daily Mirror is kind of agreeing with that, isn't it? The finding is significant, the story goes on, for all people as it underlines the value of eating enough breakfast. It's enough at breakfast. It adds to increasing evidence that the best way of losing weight is to eat your largest meal in the morning and your smallest in the evening. I have to say my dinner at night, that's not as big as my lunch. Yeah, my dinner at night, what did I have last night? I had... Oh, can't remember now. I had mashed potato. Mashed potato, loads of frozen vegetables, and 4 corn sausages. That's what I had, with a bit of gravy. The gravy contains sins, but it's the only thing on that plate that contains sins. No sins in mashed potato, assuming, of course, you've not put loads of butter and milk in it. That's a no-no. Put a little bit of soya milk in there. That's all right. The sausages, corn sausages, 0 sins. Vegetables, 0 sins. That's what I had yesterday. But I did have sins yesterday, which I'll come to in a moment. Digesting food for the transport and storage of nutrients sets off DIT, which is a measure of how well our metabolism is working. It can differ, it says, depending on mealtime, and is generally slower in the evening and at night due to our body clock. So there we are. So a lot of people say you shouldn't really eat just before bed. I do tend to eat just before bed because that's the time I get in from work, you see. That's when I get in from work. I'll go to work, come back, have a dinner, which is not usually massive, and then I go to bed. It's probably not so good to have a meal there. All right, so there's an idea for you. You must eat breakfast here. Very bad not to eat breakfast. Mikey Mike, Shirley Bassey had a Saturday night show in the 70s. My dad liked her. Yes, I kind of remember that. But not as much as I remember the Scylla show. I do remember Scylla show. Let's see if John Aitken remembers what the theme tune was. He's not come back, has he? Crumpets with Lurpak and garlic salt today. Oh, no, garlic salt on crumpets. No, I don't know about that. But crumpets, oh, yes. Lurpak, oh, yes. Oh, yes, because we got, is it next week? Yeah, it's blooming Shove Tuesday next week. Can you believe that? Pancake Day next Tuesday. Oh, yeah, and I've got some Marks and Spencer's pancake mix, which I picked up yesterday. They just had stacks of them already. I thought I'll have some of those. So we got Shrove Tuesday on Tuesday next week. I can't believe that's come round so quick. And then Ash Wednesday, where we all go and get ashes poked on our foreheads at the church. Yes, it's all come round again. Easter is on its way. And you're all moaning of a couple of weeks. Ow, the Easter eggs are out really early. Whoa, it's now Easter coming up now. Can't believe it. Goes so quick. Dave-O, full English for me. My nan used to say it's always best to wake up with a bit of meat inside you. Yeah, it's been a long time for you, lad, hasn't it, Dave? Let's be honest, my love. Ray Reynolds. Good morning, Ray. Silla's show went out live and recorded from BBC. Well, which was it? Silla's show went out live and recorded from the BBC Television Theatre. Oh, what? But sometimes they did record it and sometimes live? The Old Shepherd's Bush Empire, the opening song was Step Inside Love, and later, Something Tells Me Something's Going to Happen Tonight. That's the one I remember. And she'd come down, and now on BBC One, Silla. And it would fade to the top of the stairs. And the music would be like, dun 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 dun. Something tells me something's going to happen tonight. And she'd come down the stairs. So she'd come down the stairs and onto the stage. Something tells me something's going to happen tonight. That's the song. Actually, Maureen sings that sometimes at the karaoke. Something tells me something's going to happen tonight. Ba 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 da 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 da. And it's one of my favourite Silla songs, that is. You're quite right, Ray. There you go. Ray Reynolds knows what it is. Ray Reynolds knows what it is. Mikey Mike likes corn sausages. There you go. Mikey Mike likes the corn sausages. Something I was having something the other day and I thought about you actually, Mike. Oh gosh, now what was it? It was something I was eating the other day, Mike. Chicken burgers. Yeah, vegan chicken burgers from Aldi. Very nice. I had a couple of those the other day. Saturday that was. I had that. Yeah, they're highly recommended. Very nice indeed. I was in there last night, Aldi, and I bought some of those burgers again. Jack, what about using olive oil? No oil really. If you're trying to lose a bit of weight, no oil. You get this spray stuff. Yeah, it's about 1 calorie a spray, and you go in the bottom of the pan, and that's all you need really. You want a decent quality non-stick pan as well. Don't use metal utensils. You scrape all the black off. It's not very tasty. Didn't see the documentary on Silla last night. A very good morning to Martin Butler. Information is about 60 years out of date. That's the breakfast thing he's talking about there. There's Martin. He's watching from Cyprus this morning. We're very international, this programme, you know, dear. Very, very international. Thank you very much. Dr. Gregorian's there. Hello to you. He is. Are you in Armenia today? Good morning to you. We're all over the world. All over the world. I bet Babs on BBC Radio Berkshire isn't all over the world like I am this morning. All over. I shall have to ring her later. My friend Babs. I like that name. Babs. Isn't that a great name? Babs. Dr. Gregorian's in Armenia this morning. I've taken my purchase order of shirts and pens with me and gave it over to my mum. He's bought his mum United Kingdom Talk t-shirts. Isn't that nice? And pens. Because I sent something over there. What was it? It was a fridge magnet. Was it a fridge magnet? Or it might have been one of our exclusive Super Chat badges. I think he bought one of those. Or it might have been the old fridge magnets, because we had a couple of old fridge magnets left, didn't we? Oh, what's this? Oh, I thought that was a fridge magnet then. It's not a fridge magnet. He bought a couple of the old fridge magnets that we had for sale. And I sent them over. It took 2 months. 2 months to get to Armenia. That's a long one, but he bought T-shirts as well. Here's my T-shirts. Here they are. Several different sizes available, boys and girls. These are an £11 Super Chat. We got 1 XXL. That's it. 1 XXL. There is large white, and it is medium white, and it is 1 medium black. That's all that's left. There's 3 medium white, 1 medium black, 1 large white, and 1 XXL white. That's all that we got left. £11 if you want one of those. Dr. Gregorian has taken us over to Armenia today. International programme, you see. Babs, local, me, international. It's just how it is. Just how it is. Jack Matthews. Talking to Jack there. Not to my mum, to your friend in Armenia. I beg your pardon. To your friend in Armenia. Is it warm over there at the moment? What's it like in Armenia? I don't know what the weather would be like over there. Good morning to Joseph McDonald. Morning, Joseph. Did you receive your fridge magnet, Joseph? Please speak now, my dear. I hope it's arrived. And Jack did we say hello to Jack this morning? I don't know if we've said hello to Jack this morning. Just in case, hello, Jack. 2 shirts from you exclusively in Armenia today. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Jack, would you believe that in Coles and Woolworths supermarkets, that's in Australia, they've got hot cross buns for sale since January, but stupid, only for the money. Are they silly money? It takes the meaning of Easter away. I totally agree with you, Jack. Here, we have hot cross buns all year round. I just don't get it. I don't have hot cross buns all year round. I have hot cross buns on Good Friday. That's it. My dad, and my sister would tell you this, she's probably watching as well this morning. Oh, is it snowing there? Oh no, Rob, we're rather you than me, mate. I don't do snow or cold. I don't do snow or cold, I'm afraid. Yes, my dad used to, on Good Friday, he would get up and walk down to Coombs, the bakers in Roehampton, and he'd come back with a bag full of hot cross buns. And that's the only time we ever had them. It's the only time I will have them now. It's just stupid having this stuff. Why bother having Christmas Day? You might as well decorate your house and leave your Christmas tree up all the time. You'd soon get fed up with it. Right, okay, Joe, if you could just send us your postal address and I'll put another one in the post. I've got new bags here, actually. Let me just show you these. Where are they now? Over here. At the advice of my sister-in-law, my niece-in-law and my sister, I have now purchased these little plastic sending bags. Look. There they are. Little plastic sending bags. Okay. And I can put something in there. Like, for example, a fridge magnet. Here it comes. Here it comes, Joe. Look, it's going in the little fridge magnet bag. There's like that. Ding! And this will be in the post to you tomorrow. Second-class stamp, I'll be on there, because I've got some second-class stamps to get rid of. All right, lovey? So this is the one that you won that didn't arrive. There you go. And that'll be in the post for you this morning, actually. I think. 1 minute. Let's just take that off there. You didn't want anything else, did you? You're not going to super chat anything else, are you, today, before I close up the envelope? Okay, and then email me your full postal address now, please. Good morning to Gavin Bass joining us. Morning, Gavin. He's just back from the doctors. Excellent. Yeah, let us know on that one. All right? Good. Excuse me. Right, so yesterday. Let me tell you about yesterday now. We talked about everything else we were going to talk about there. Yesterday, I had a little trip to the doctors. As you know, not doctors, to the hospital. And I had to be up early for this. I had a kidney scan. A kidney scan. Oh, by the way, Gavin, I just noticed you've sent an email. Too late for raffle tickets today, I'm afraid, my darlings. Okay, you need to get your email in about an hour before, up to 1 hour before the show. Okay, after that, we've moved on. All right, so too late for your raffle ticket this morning, I'm afraid, Gavin. But of course, you can have one for today's show as soon as we start giving them out, which won't be too long now. How long have I been talking for? An hour and 15 minutes. It goes quick. It does. It goes quicker and quicker. This show. I can't believe how quickly you can get through a show. It's like I've only been here 3 minutes. I feel I've only been sitting here 3 minutes, although it's getting quite warm in here now. Just a minute. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't think I can open this door anymore, can I? No, because you can see it because we've got the wider camera. We've got the wider camera now. It's all very professional, dear. Very professional. So, is Joe come back to us yet? Joe, you're not going to buy anything, are you? I just want to check you're not going to buy it. We have one Super Chat pen left. Have I mentioned that? That's £2. That's the last one. Super Chat pen, 2020. £2 for that if you want that. Dave, cheapskate, second class. No, that's all they had left in the post office. I got 5 of those. So that's what's going on the next 5 envelopes, okay. I'm glad the snow stopped where you are. God, see your messenger for a picture. Oh, okay. I'll have to look after the show. I can't do that at the same time. Thank you, Joseph. I have received your address. That's just dropped into my email box. So that's sorted. Good news, Dr. Gregorian has been screened for the coronavirus and he has passed. He has passed. Excellent. Trevor likes a good fry up as well. Yes, we do, Trevor. I like fried onions. Oh, what have I got today? I think I'm having omelette and Slimming World chips today. Lovely. Thank you very much. Right. So let me tell you about yesterday. I had to be at the hospital. When I say early, I had to be there by 9:10, which isn't early. But for me to get to the Royal Free Hospital at 9:10 in the morning, I have to be up early. So yesterday morning, I got up at 6 o'clock after having not slept well, I have to say. I wasn't particularly worried about the scan, to be honest, because I've had it before. More worried about not getting there on time because I can't stand being late. I can't bear it. I can't bear being late for anyone. So I got up at 6 o'clock, and your preparation is you're supposed to drink clear liquids and that. Just clear liquids. Now, I'm a big tea drinker, and I have a great big pot of tea in the morning. Enormous pot of tea. Plus, I have this glass of anti-constipation powder stuff, which I'm not convinced that I still need that anymore, because since I changed the pills at my specialist doctor, that sort of thing seems to be working a lot better now. So I'm kind of tempted to just cut down, instead of having 2 packets of it, go to 1 packet, and then if that doesn't make any difference, cut it out altogether and see what happens, because you can always go back to it, can't you? Although my mate says no, he said carry on taking it, otherwise it'll muck you up. Morning, Gary Butler. Gary thinks he's watching QVC. QVC. Ba 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 ba. That's the old jingle, isn't it? Hey, do you know what, Gary? I have downstairs in my living room a clock that I bought from QVC. It's one of those clocks, you know, with the 4 things underneath it that go. Those clocks. Gold carriage clock it is. Not actually gold. You know, if that was gold, I'd sell that and be straight out of here. I'll tell you that, mate. No, it's not gold. But nevertheless, it's like, I think it's plastic with like a gold colour on the top, you know. And the gold has never come off. Not only has the gold never come off, it's never stopped working. It keeps good time. The one thing that doesn't work so well now is the chiming. You know, it might get to 11 o'clock. Here I go. Dun, I've got the Westminster chime on there. Go dun 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 dun. And you're sitting there waiting for the chime, and it doesn't happen. But it might happen tomorrow. It's true. The chiming doesn't work so well on it anymore. And then sometimes it'll start chiming again at like 11:10. But it doesn't matter. That clock I bought when it's the one and only thing I've ever bought from QVC. And that was about 27 years ago I bought that clock. It's battery operated, and I change the batteries around about once a year, maybe twice a year sometimes. And it keeps good time. When it starts losing time, that's when you change the batteries. But the actual chiming part of it is a little bit mucked up now, and it seems to chime at the wrong time. During the war, no, not that far back. Not that far back. Wonderful, that's our QVC. Hang on, let's read some of your messages before we carry on with the story then. John's having his favourite mushroom omelette today. Well, I'll have omelette with chopped up onions, mushrooms, and a chopped up pepper in it. Three egg omelette. Very, very filling. Don't need anything after one of those, I tell you. I can sing again for my nephew later. He gets private singing actually down the phone. Private singing down the phone for my nephew. His son was up late last night. Harry Butler. He got up from bed. Of course, as soon as he seen me, he come running over to the phone because I am his favourite uncle. I have a favourite uncle due to the amount of Lego and sweets that I take round there, I think. Dr. Gregorian, they screen all the passengers in Armenia to ensure the USA-made coronavirus doesn't get... Is that what you lot believe? It was made in the USA? Yeah, fair enough. We've all got our sort of thoughts on that, haven't we? John's had 3 mugs of Yorkshire tea this morning. Nothing wrong with Yorkshire tea. Good. Said hello to Gavin Bass as well this morning. Right, I'm just going to seal this now for you. So that's already Joseph. Let's just seal that. So look out for a little grey plastic bag in a couple of days' time. Right, let's just do this. I'm going to even print out your. There you are, Joseph. That's yeah. 1 minute. Let me print out your label from my Dymo label printing machine. I love this. Listen, you can hear it. Listen. Just a minute. Where is he now? There he is, Joseph. Right. 1 moment, please. Oh, why doesn't that come on there? Oh, there it is. There he is. There's Joseph. Listen. I love it. My Dymo, and there is your address label. No, you can't see his address. Pervs will come round to his house. 1 moment, please. Although if you saw the address, you probably wouldn't want to go around that place. Now, let me see. Sticking address on envelope. And a second-class stamp. Sorry about that, Joe. That's all I've got at the moment. Second-class stamp. And that will be in the letterbox in approximately 1 hour and a half's time. Okay, there you go. See? There's Joseph McDonald label there. See it there? And there is the little stamp on the side there as well. Okay. All ready to go, Joe. Ready to display on your wonderful fridge. I hope it's a good quality fridge. I don't want my fridge magnets going on cheap old fridges. You know, own brand models from blooming Currys or something like that. Right, okay. So, the preparation is that you're supposed to drink a load of liquid. And I thought, okay, well, I have a load of my tea, and it's not clear liquid tea. But I thought, well, that's all right. Because, you know, when it comes out, it's clear. So it must be clear once it's gone into your bladder, mustn't it? The idea is to go with a full bladder. So that was it. So off I set on my trek. I was in the car about 10 to 7. I got into the car park. Which the car park is not part of the hospital. There is a car park in the hospital. You don't want to try and park in there. Oh my God, they go round and round and round for ages. Lazy people, basically, who just don't want to walk from the car park. So there's a couple of different car parks on Hampstead Heath. This one is up a road called East Hill Road, which is next to Downshire Hill or something like that. Anyway, so I've got to this car park. There's about 4 cars in there. 4 cars in there, so you drive in there, and I've got an app. What is it called? Ring. A Ring app, which they seem to be taking money for lots of the car parks. And once you've got the app, it's so easy. The only thing is I haven't got a very good phone signal there, so you can't actually do it from the car park, which is okay. So you park your car, and then I start walking down the hill. The only thing is, about 10 minutes before I started parking, I got pain in my side. I thought, I want to go to the toilet. Not we. No, I thought, I know what that pain is. Because, of course, I've just travelled all that thing. Now, my body now is quite... It seems to be in sync to go 2 or 3 times in the morning. Every day. Every day, 2 or 3 times in the morning. I went once before I came out, and I thought, that'd be okay. No, it wasn't. Anyway, so oh my God, I got my pain in my side, which was coming and going. So on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 would be your first warning, you know what I mean? 2 will be a slightly more important warning. I'm now at 5, and I'm sitting in the car, and I'm nowhere near the hospital. I didn't really want to go before I got in the hospital. But if you go to the other thing as well, then you're going to go to wee anyway. I thought, well, there's nothing I can do. And I got out of that car and I'm walking down. My mind has fortunately been taken off it for a few seconds because I haven't got a signal on the end. So I'm now worrying that someone's going to put a ticket on my car before I've got the app going. So halfway down the hill, then the phone bursts into life. And it's ever so easy. Let me show you. I'm going to show you this. It's very easy. Where's Ring? Where is it? Ring Go. Oh, hang on. I opened the wrong thing there. Ringtones. I don't want ringtones, do I? Ring Go Park. There it is. There it is. And you... that's the Ring app. Okay? That's the Ring app there. And it will say... It will tell you where you've parked before. If you've used that before, you can go on recents. And the one I go to is East Heath Car Park. which is kind of up this little hill. And if you click on nearby, it tells you the other ones that are nearby there. Look, you've got Bracknell Station, where I am now. Station Square Car Park, East Hampstead Road. Different rings. And they have a number. Okay? So if you don't know it, then you go to the post. You know, there'll be a post in there, like a sign. And it'll say the number in, and you type in the number 74326 or whatever it is. And then it comes up with the prices. And it tells you how much you're going to pay. And then you click it, and it costs, I think, an extra 40 pence to use that, rather than put money in or do that blooming phoning thing, which is a blooming nightmare, that is. Oh, Christ, no. So you just do that, and halfway down the hill, it burst into life, and I clicked on the thing. How long do you want? I thought, I'll do 4 hours. So that was £8.10, because you don't know. That's the trouble. You go into hospital for something, you don't know. Are you going to be there 10 minutes or 4 hours? Although it has to be said, after 2 hours, if you just book the 2 hours or whatever it is, you book 2 hours, it sends you a text. Oh, you have 10 minutes left. Do you want to extend this? It's fantastic. Fantastic. So I booked that on there, and that went, and your thing has now been booked. You then get an email and a text. There is your proof that you've paid. Right? There's your proof that you've paid. Anyway, I'm now absolutely desperate to go to the toilet. Desperate to go. Right? I've gone. It's a cafe, right? I've gone in this cafe. This is in Hampstead, so a bit posh to people in there. So, do you have a toilet, please? Only for customers. This old bag says, only for customers. I said, that's fine, love. I'll have a cup of tea. Now, where's your toilet? She says, just down the back out there. Thank you very much. And I've run. So embarrassing. So not as embarrassing as messing yourself, though. Oh my God! I ran in this toilet. Just about made it. So I finished in there, come back out. I said, oh, thank you ever so much. She said, that's all right. I said, how much do I owe you, please? £2.50 for this tea, for a cup of tea. But it was in a pot, and they use tea leaves. There's no tea bags in there. So I sat down there. I said, oh, so it's awful. I said, I've been desperate to go. I've got a scan over at the hospital. And she started talking to me then. Ever such a nice old lady. She was about, I suppose, about 66, 67, something like that. She'd been working there 25 years. It's just a little quaint little tea place. There was a couple of other customers in there. So I was telling her about the scan. She said, oh, that's awful. I said, yeah. I said, that's what they want you to do. Unfortunately, I've now been. But I'll have my tea and some more water, because I've got about 45 minutes to go. You're supposed to drink stuff up and have finished drinking it at least an hour before you go in and have this little test. It's not so much a procedure. A procedure is when something goes in you, isn't it? There was nothing going in me. Unfortunately. No, sorry. So I had a little chat, and the tea was nice. And off I went to walk, and I had a bottle full of water. Like, I've got this metal thing that my sister bought me for Christmas. So that was full of water. And I carried that along, and I drank that, and got into the hospital, and it's like a self-service check-in thing, and I'm putting this... The letter's like got a barcode on it, and you hold it under this machine, and it's supposed to check you in. So I've gone into the main hospital entrance there, and it's not worked. I said, oh, this don't seem to be working. He said, where's it for, mate? I said, well, the X-ray. He said, oh, that's just over there. They've got a machine in it, probably working there. Oh, okay. So I went into the X-ray, put this thing underneath there, and it says, oh, what's your date of birth? So you plug that in, put that in. What's the first letter of your surname? And then you come up. Okay, you've checked in. Please sit down. You'll be called. Oh, easy as that. So I walked in. There's a few people in there. There's another lady sitting opposite there with her husband. I noticed she was drinking water. I said, you got the kidney scan as well? She said yes. I said, isn't it awful having to drink this water? Of course, I didn't feel particularly that I needed to go to the toilet now. The last time I had this done was about five or 6 years ago now. I was absolutely bursting. You know, I'm walking up and down, and there was something wrong with the machine on this particular day. Something had gone wrong, so we were all delayed for about an hour. Meanwhile, for an hour or so, more than an hour, I was desperate to go and have a wee. Anyway, it wasn't so bad this time, because I'd obviously, you know, a little while ago I'd just been. So now I would say about half an hour, 40 minutes have passed now. And you know what I'm like, getting to places on time. My appointment was for 9:20. I got in there at about 5 to 9, plenty of time. And I think they called me in at 9:10. This bloke come out, said, Chris, and he looked over, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and straight away we both knew we were both gay. Straight away. So, oh, right, well, I'll be getting on with him then, all right. So we're going in. Hello, mate. All right. Very, very chatty, and he was very friendly, and as I'm going, and I said, look, I'm afraid I've had to go. I got caught short, and I had to go. So I said, I hope it works all right. He said, well, we'll soon see as soon as we get you laying on the bed there. He said, do you feel you need to go now? I said, not really that much. I said, but I don't feel empty. He said, okay, well, we'll see how it is. So he gets that little thing, this wand thing, and puts the jelly clear stuff on it and then starts rubbing it over. He said, oh, no, that's fine. I said, oh, right, okay. I said, well, how do you know that you've drunk enough? He said, you should be feeling that you nearly want to go. I said, oh, right. I said, well, last time I left it till I was bursting. He said, no, you don't need to do that. All that pain and suffering for nothing. Talking of pain and suffering, Mandy hit him a couple of times, will you, darling? He's getting on my nerves this morning. Just hit him a couple of times, my love, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Dave, we try and keep this clean on here, please, Dave. That's a little bit much, dear. Dave, try and keep it clean on here, dear. Thank you. Family programme. We do carry on humour on here. Carry on humour. No further than that, all right? Carry on humour. So they did this scanning on one side like that, and we're chatting away. We're just chatting away about just stuff, because he's come from Australia. He used to live in northern Queensland, he was telling me. Not near Cairns, somewhere around that sort of northern Queensland, Australia. And I was saying, oh, I've been there twice, actually, to Cairns. Stayed at a place called Turtle Cove, which Michael Pullman will probably know Turtle Cove, which is a great place. It's like a private beach. Oh, it's wonderful. It's not like 5-star or anything like that. I'll give it 3-star, maybe 3-star. It's all right, you know, for what it is, but it's a private beach and it's lovely there. And I stayed there some years ago now, that is. And we're talking about that and this, that and the other. Wonderful, really. And he was just, and he turned over and said, you've got a little cyst on there. I said, oh, right, okay. He said, that's all right. He said, nothing to worry about there. He said, that's quite common. I said, would that go? He said, no, you'll have that for life, I'm afraid. But you just ignore that. That's fine. So he's doing all this business. And then turned over the other way. It turned on your side. Done me back. And he was on it for quite some time. And I thought, they must have found something. You know, if it's there, if it was ages there, you know, and you have to breathe in. Okay, hold that. Okay, let it go. And he pushes a button, and this machine sounds like it's breathing. He goes like this. The machine goes like that as they got this wand going backwards and like that. And all in all, I suppose I was in there about 25 minutes, half an hour, very thorough. And then you turn over and he does your other kidney as well. And up as far as your ribs. I didn't realise they was so far up, actually. And I said I've been getting a little bit of a problem here with a bit of pressure. I said, maybe there's a cyst on that one and it's pushing. He said, no, can't find anything wrong. Capillaries all look fine. It doesn't look like there's anything blocked. They just look fine. He said, can't find anything wrong. So that was it. And I left there at about 10 to 10. Which is much, much earlier than I thought I was going to be finished with. Because you know how it is with hospitals and doctors. Sometimes you'll have a 10 o'clock appointment. Well, you might be sitting there till 11:30. But that's just how it is. You accept that, you know. I don't start going, when am I going to be seen? I've got an appointment next. Because what people do is they fit it into their day. Well, the NHS can't work like that, I'm afraid. There's not enough money in it. You know, if you think, doctor's appointment or hospital appointment at 10 o'clock, tea with Mary at 10:30, work at 11. That's not going to work for you, I'm afraid. You know, you've got to give it your day or your morning or your afternoon. I mean, if you've got like an 8 or 9 o'clock appointment, you could probably give it just the morning. You know? You know... You've got to fit into what they're doing. They're very, very busy. And once you get in, You are seen to, and you are seen to very professionally. You can't be going up and, oh, I've got an appointment at 10 o'clock to go and see a show or something like that. No, it doesn't work like that. You gotta, got to be grateful for what they've got. No, you're sitting there screaming and shouting that it's now 1 minute past 10 and it's past your 10 o'clock appointment time. No, doesn't work like that. The NHS, I'm afraid, can't. Not unless you want to go private and spend tens of thousands. But I mean, I suppose that scan would have cost a couple of £1,000 that I had yesterday, I would assume. Have I had to pay anything? No. Nothing. Brilliant. I think they're brilliant at what they do. So I came out there at 10 to 10. I thought, wow, I can't believe this is all over. And very friendly exchange between me and the bloke doing the thing. He's ever so nice, telling about his other half and all that. What a blooming nice experience. I had a lovely morning. A lovely, lovely morning. I came out of there and then I went to Marks and Spencer's. This is the only time I do this, Claire, if you're still watching. Went next door to Marks and Spencer's and bought my favourite honey roast crisps. £1.50 a bag. Oh my God, delicious. You got to try those. Marks and Spencer's honey roast crisps. Oh God. And from there I went to Starbucks. Now I only had my Greg's plastic cup with me. So I took that into Starbucks. I said, can you put the tea in there? Yeah, no problem. So she filled the tea out. I don't understand what she was saying. I don't know where she was from, dear. But trouble understanding her. And they always say, do you want space for milk? Always say no. Because there's like, how much milk do you want to put in a cup of tea, for God's sake? No. So they fill it up almost, they still leave a gap at the top, of course, which is plenty of space for me to put a bit of milk in. And then I go over there and I wait by the milk thing for about 5 minutes while the tea is mixing in with the water properly. What's the word? Can't remember the word now. When it's mixing in with the water, I'm like that with the tea bag and I stir it a few times. I just sit there and look at my mobile phone for a while I'm waiting for the tea to ferment. I can't remember the word now. Oh, I can't remember the blooming word to it. And an old lady comes in, so I start talking to her. It's a bit of a boring place, to be honest. That one, Starbucks in Hampstead, awful place. No one talks to you. They all sit in. It's like a blooming library in there. They all sit there on their mobile phones and laptops. Tap tap tap. And iPads come out, and they've all got earphones on. They've all got glasses, earphones, and an iPad in front. No one talks to each other. It's awful. It's like a morgue in there. It really is. And this old woman's come next to me. She obviously not. She's coming for a takeout. I said, no one talks to each other in here. She says, I know. It's just it's absolutely soulless in there. Starbucks in Hampstead, just across the road from the Royal Free Hospital. Absolutely soulless. Really is. So I got my tea and I went walking back up to the car. Walked back up to the car. I went past the little cafe where I'd gone to the toilet. But I was on the other side of the road and I had my head down because I didn't want her to see me with a cup of tea from somewhere else. How is that, man? Honestly, I'm like that. So I walked up to my car and it's now like 20 past 10. I mean, I expected to be in there till at least 12 o'clock. It's only 20 past 10. Fantastic. Got back in the car. I went via Tesco's to get the cheap petrol, £1.18. But petrol at Tesco's, which is on the A405, the North Circular Road. Before I go left and go a different road. And then they've got all these tiny little roundabouts, which I find very confusing. Got back on the road, not too bad coming home. I don't think I hit any traffic anywhere, if I remember rightly. And I walked back in here at 11:15. I didn't expect to be back here till about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Anyway, so I didn't have breakfast in the morning, so that crisps was kind of my breakfast. Not a good breakfast, but that's what it was. I put the telly on. I thought I'd watch the telly, and I got very, very tired. I got really, really tired. At 12 o'clock, I pulled a blanket up while I'm sitting in front of the and I fell asleep. I opened my eyes again. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought, I'm so tired. And I went to bed. I went to bed at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I was really tired. Really tired. And I got up again at about 4 or 5 o'clock. Still very tired. Put some telly on. I had a pizza. I had a pizza in the an Aldi pizza. 85 pence they are. And they're lovely. 4-cheese pizza from Aldi. 85 pence. You pick up the phone to Domino's, say goodbye to 25 quid, mate. Not anymore. Aldi pizzas. Absolutely delicious. 85 pence. So I had one of those in the oven. Then I watched a bit more telly, and I'm still really tired. I don't know why I was so tired. Really tired. I think I had a bit of depression yesterday as well. But that just comes sometimes, you know. So I watched the telly, and I watched Anne with an E, which is on Netflix, series 3. The lady dies in it, doesn't she? The lady who's married, she was a washerwoman. The set is filmed when there was a lot of racism in America. Well, it is still now, but in those days, you know, where the black people and the white people didn't really mix. Anyway, she's kind of been accepted by people now, so it's you know, you can see it moving along slowly, so it's kind of a little bit better, although there's still, you know, the black people live there, the white people live there. It's a bit like that. It's boring. This lady, she's cut her hand and she dies from sepsis. Oh, it's so sad. I think that's episode 4, series 3. But it's a great programme, that Anne with an E, if you ever get the chance to catch up with it on Netflix. Watch the other 2 series as well. Absolutely charming. Bit like Little House on the Prairie. So I watched a couple of those. Then I watched this Netflix thing about a virus, a bit like a flu virus. Can't remember what it's called. It's a series. So I watched 2 of those. And I watched Holby City. And then about 9 or 10 o'clock, I think I did my dinner, 9 or 10 o'clock. So I had dinner and lunch quite close yesterday. one at 5 and one at 9. And I had corn sausages, vegetables, and some little roast potato type things I did for dinner. And that was my day. And I went to bed at about midnight time. And I slept really well last night. Really well. Seriously, I slept so well last night. I had a little FaceTime with my nephew Gary. And that's when Harry got up. Harry was up as well, and his wife. It was cold in the house last night because Gary won't turn the heating on. He's so tight. There's probably 1 or 2 of you like that as well, is it? Huh? That was my day yesterday. So busy, busy, busy. Let's read some of your messages, gang. Adrian, I'm surprised you don't have a blue badge because of the madness you have. I wouldn't have a blue badge. I wouldn't have a blue badge unless I could walk. There's too many people out there who've got blue badges and they're perfectly capable of walking from A to B. My personal opinion of blue badges, if you cannot walk, you deserve a blue badge. If you get out of breath or something like that, you know, some sort of disability where you cannot walk, then have a blue badge. If you've got something else which could be classed as a disability, but you're still fully able, you shouldn't have one. It's outrageous. People have blue badges for the wrong reasons. It is absolutely outrageous, I tell you. Not all disabilities are visible. Fair enough. But there are disabled people out there who don't need a blue badge, and I don't think they should have one. You should have a blue badge unless you are disabled so that it hurts or something like that to walk. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Cumberland sausages. John likes Cumberland sausages. They're quite nice. Gavin's had one of those kidney things as well. Kidney scans as well. So Gavin knows what I'm talking about, where you have to hold your wee. It's lovely when you go afterwards. Oh, you're straight in that toilet, dear. Straight in that toilet. Mick's having pizza for tea. I bet it's homemade, is it? Is it homemade pizza? I bet it's homemade pizza, isn't it? Jack's got a soft spot for Cumberland sausages and garlic ones. Okay. Tomato sausages. I don't think I've had one of those. Michael, if you had the money, would you go private? Yes, of course I would. Yeah, absolutely. Go in there, get cups of tea, biscuits and everything. You get seen on time and all that. Yes, I would. Yeah, I would if I had the money. Never diss the NHS. Absolutely, Dave. I totally agree with you. John's had lots of scans, tubes in every orifice, and he's still here. Just by the looks of you. Aren't we awful? Claire's had the honey roast crisps. Gorgeous. I knew you'd know what I was talking about there. I knew it, Claire. They are delicious. Dr. Gregorian couldn't find the honey roasted crisps when I was in London. Please, can you show a picture? Oh, that means I'll have to buy a bag. I'll have to buy another bag now, Dr. Gregorian. They've only just come back. They didn't do them for some time. They disappeared completely. A bit like the Walker's Sensation onion and roast... onion chutney and cheddar crisps. They don't do those anymore. I haven't seen those for months. Months. And they were my niece-in-law's favourite. The Walker's Sensations cheddar chutney and onion, I think it was called. They stopped doing those. Well, they stopped doing the honey roast ones for some time, but they're back on the shelves now. Okay? So next time you're in a Marks and Spencer's, you need to be in a big Marks and Spencer's, not a small one. They are absolutely delicious, I'll tell you that now. Okay, where's Michael? You're talking to each other there. Dominoes are $7.99 if you collect it. Well, $7.99 or 89 pence. What would you like to play? 85 pence. I can't remember what it was. Try the ones in Aldi, Adrian. They're absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Luke's agreeing with that as well. Adrian, down here the same deal is $15.99 in Australia, which I suppose is around about the same. But there's nothing wrong with those Audi pizzas. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Right, let's have a look. Michael, there we are. Okie doke. Dr. Gregorian's looking for the crisps, aren't you? Oh, yes, please. There is actually a Marks and Spencer's in Bracknell. Please don't make me don't make me go and buy some. Please don't make me buy some. Just to show you. Have you Googled for those? Have you Googled? I don't know. Right, let's do today's raffle tickets, boys and girls. We've got another raffle on Monday. If you want to win it, you'll need a raffle ticket. To get a raffle ticket, you've also got to hit the thumbs up at the bottom of the screen. I get a list of people who do that. No thumbs up, no raffle ticket. So let's have those thumbs up going. I don't see thumbs up happening. We won't do the raffle tickets. I need at least 15 before the raffle tickets come out. Let's have a look. What a good idea. That is an excellent idea that I've just come out with, I think. One moment, please. Let's see how many thumbs up we got now. 17. Oh, it's gone to 17 now. Let's have another. Let's get up to 22 before we get the thumbs up, please. Where's the 22? Come on, 18 now. I'll just sit here and wait. Perhaps you don't want any. That's all right. We can just go now instead, shall we? I can only see 18 thumbs up there. I can only see 18. People aren't clicking the thumbs up. No thumbs up. No raffle tickets. Only 18 there. Oh, there goes another one. 19. 3 thumbs down. Come on. Another 2. Another 3. Another 3. That's all right. I'll keep talking then while I'm waiting for those thumbs up. Ah, there's my niece. Tracy Clifford is in the house. 2 little ducks. Hi, Tracy. There's my little niece, Tracy. Where's the thumbs up? 19. Okay. No raffle tickets today then, boys and girls. We'll leave it there, I think. Time to go, I'm afraid, boys and girls. Thank you very much for... my screen shows 33. Oh, 20. Hang on a minute. We got 20 now. It's gone to 20. Gone to 20. I never thought about doing this. We only need 3 more. 3 more. Come on. Jack, it can't possibly show 33. You must be looking at another channel. We must... 21. 2 more. Come on. 2 more. Where's the others? Do you know, this is what I'm going to do in future? This is what I'll do. If there's more than 5 thumbs down, there'll be no raffle tickets that day. Yes! Pain and suffering, Sean. Is Sean still here? I think he might have gone out, has he? Sean, are you still... 24. Okay, here come the raffle tickets. Fair enough. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Although I'm looking down the list, I'm not sure if I want anyone to scratch my back there. Right, let's do these raffle tickets. Fran Green, thank you, Fran. 327. Oh, we do have a laugh, don't we, in the morning, dear? I don't know what I'd be doing if I didn't do this now. I've been doing it for so long now. I do not know. I wouldn't know what to do myself first thing. I'm going to probably lay in bed. Adrian, 328. Thank you, Adrian. Oh, this is a good pen. Where's this come from? I must have nicked this from somewhere. What a good pen. Anyone seen these pens before? Lovely and smooth. Adrian. Mark Bowles is 329. Tony King, 330. 331 for Mr. Matthew Van. Just scrolling down there. Oh, jumping. Where do we go? Tony, Adrian. There's Fran, Adrian, Mark, Tony. Michael Pullman, 332. Matthew Van, I've done. 331. 333, Michael Lawrence. Diane Jeb, 334. 335 for John Aitken. We'll do a phone in tonight, gang, if you're around, all right? Phone in tonight, somewhere between 7 and 9 o'clock. We'll start that one tonight, okay? 336. There's Sean Pye, 336. Sean Pye. Thank you, Sean. Scrolling. Claire, 337. Dr. Gregorian, 338. You don't get two for being in our media, I'm afraid, Dr. Gregorian. If your friends, whoever it is you're with, if they want one, they can have one, but they have to set up their own account. Only one ticket per account, I'm afraid. All right, my love. Gavin Bass, 339. Davo, 340. Let's just scroll down there, please. Ross was next. There he is. Is that Ross there? There we are. Ross Herndon, 341. 341 for Ross. Colin Coates, 342. Oh, Adrian's going to look for the crisps. Yeah, please try them, Adrian. Let us know what you think about them, okay? Paul and Lou, 343. Sprinter Van. He's been there all morning. So quiet. Sprinter Van, 344. Is that everyone? Oh, is that everyone? Oh, okay. I thought there were more of you there than that. We've only given out like 20 numbers today. Is that everyone, or have I missed a load? Okay, I think that's everyone. Jack Matthews, 345. Right, have I missed anyone out? Please speak now, my darlings. If I've missed out your name, please speak now. Okay? Please speak now. If I've missed your name out and you want a raffle ticket for Monday's raffle. Okie doke. And while I'm doing that, while you're checking whether or not you've got tickets there, we'll do the birthdays. Now, we've got quite a few birthdays today because we've got yesterday's birthdays as well. So here we go. It's Stephen, Paul and Lou. I haven't missed you out at all. You're 343. You're not paying attention, are you, Paul and Lou? Not paying attention. Very bad. May have to remove your spanner. You have to be pain and suffering. What do you think, Sean? Sean Pye's in charge of security on this channel. Sean Pye. Aren't you, Sean? Sean Pye's in charge of security. Security. It's like being in a toilet in a club. Security, can you open the door, please? Oh, it's you again. 5 people come out. Who's been chucked out of a toilet while in a club? John Aitken. Right, let's do today's birthdays. Top of my list here is Mr. Stephen Petty. who's often with us on the show. He's not here this morning, but he's often here. Hello to you, Stephen. Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday to Stephen Petty today. Jasmine La Mendola. She comes along to the karaoke sometimes. Happy birthday, Jasmine. Francesco Monaco is 40 today. He's a lovely, lovely bloke. He works in the menswear, part of the menswear department in Selfridges. And on the occasions, I don't go to Selfridges all the time, obviously. But I do go sometimes. And he's always in there, and I generally make a point of going up to see if he's there, just to say hello to. Happy birthday to you, Francesco. Ivan Hutton. Hello, Ivan. 30 years old today. Happy birthday, Ivan. Belushi's days, my wonderful memories of my work at Belushi's and working with everyone there. We were really a team. There was no them and us there. We were a team in there, and I loved it. Ivan, happy birthday to you. Ian Valance. Good morning, Ian. Good morning, Ian. Happy birthday to Ian. Allan Rolfe today is 77 years old. Happy birthday, Allan. Sinead Ainsworth today, 36 years old. I think, is it Sinead on the south coast? Hang on a minute. Oh, no, not on the south coast. He's in Stafford. That's it. I beg your pardon. Thought you was another Sinead. Happy birthday to you, darling. All right, Sinead. And yesterday's birthdays. That's yesterday. There was a lot of birthday yesterday. Ryan James' birthday yesterday. Good morning, Ryan. Happy birthday for Wednesday. Alan Gonzalez, 49 years old on Wednesday. Russian Azadov was 26 years old yesterday. Jonny Warren yesterday, 40 years old. Alan Cole, happy birthday for yesterday. And Mike Ashton, hello Mike, happy birthday to you. Remember you coming in the golden line there. Lorrie Lever, morning Lorrie, happy birthday. Dave Ravel, who's very involved in the Liberal Democratic Party. Happy birthday to you, Dave. Haven't seen you for a few months now. Happy birthday to you. Stephen Sutton. Happy birthday, Stephen. Stephen Moore. Hello, Stephen Moore. Happy birthday. Marty Smith yesterday was 47 years old. Tony Culver's birthday yesterday. And finally, Chris Scott's birthday yesterday. So lots and lots of birthdays over today and yesterday. Happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. All right. There we are. These shows do seem to be getting longer. Almost up to 2 hours now. I don't know how you can sit there and listen to this crap going on for 2 hours, to be honest, but there you are. You are still there, so that's nice. And we'll be back again tonight, okay? Sometime where between 7 p.m. and 9 o'clock we'll probably start our show tonight. Phone-in show, so you'll be able to call in as well if you want to. I'll give you some little bits and pieces to think about. I haven't sorted anything out yet for that. Or you can call in about anything else, really. So that'll be tonight somewhere between 7 and 9 o'clock. Okie doke. I'm going to town. What am I going to town for? I want some glass jars. I broke one of my glass jars, so I want to go into town and find some glass jars. Very difficult to find. I looked on Amazon and there wasn't... I mean, they got glass jars. You can't really tell what quality they are. Certain things, I think clothes and things like that, you know, you've got to go out and look around. I know they got some decent ones in... Actually, got them Asda do them. But the Asda, that's a good car drive away from here. That's like 20, 25 minutes. So I don't really want to go that far. They got some in Waitrose, but they're screw tops. I like the ones, you know, with the levers down. The levers. You're right. Paul and Lou, that's 2 hours I won't get back. You can try. I'll see you tonight somewhere between 7 and 9 o'clock. Thanks very much for watching and listening to the show. Have a nice day. Bye-bye now.